When you said, "Enough is enough," the sky fell silent and listened. When your heart silently cried out, "Help me," unseen hands moved. Not just your words, but your energy was heard. And in that moment, that sacred moment, your call reached the center of the universal plan. You are no longer alone. Invisible guards are around you. Your prayers were not only heard, they were answered. Because you are the chosen one. Because your path is no ordinary path. The heavens are with you. The powers behind the curtains are on your side. Every obstacle, every enemy, every game will be solved one by one. Get ready and write 77 in the comments. Help is on the way, and with a power greater than you can imagine. They have tried everything, but the weight of their failures now rests on their shoulders, and they can no longer deflect it onto you. Every underhanded attempt to frame you has fallen apart, and every strategy to make you the scapegoat has crumbled. The walls that once shielded them from responsibility have now dissolved, and they are left standing alone, facing the consequences of their actions. The dynamics of power have shifted, and now they come forward, offering a proposal that crosses boundaries. Their actions reveal just how far they will go when they can no longer hide behind your reputation. Someone from your past emerges, their intentions cloaked in familiarity and false sincerity. They return bearing gifts, wrapped in polished smiles and rehearsed apologies. The timing of their reappearance is no accident. As your blessings begin to unfold and your success gains momentum, they approach like predators sensing an opportunity. Their ability to sniff out prosperity has never failed them, and they come when your financial fortune is nearing its peak. Like vultures circling overhead, they see your abundance, and now they seek to attach themselves to it, disguised as friends bearing reconciliation. This timing isn't divine intervention. It's a calculated move. Notice how they disappeared when you needed them most, only to return now, as your life begins to overflow with abundance. Their so-called offer of reconciliation is not a sign of divine guidance, but an opportunistic attempt to reap the benefits of your success. They speak of letting go of the past, of moving forward, and of finding closure. But beneath these comforting words lies the truth. They want access to your prosperity. Their intentions are not to heal, but to control, not to reconcile, but to reclaim their position. They will try to rewrite history, claiming they were always by your side. Only now, with your success undeniable, do they wish to be part of your rise. Their revisionist narrative will present their absence as a strategic decision, their criticism as wise counsel, and their lack of support as part of their tough love. Reject this narrative with the full force of your reclaimed strength. The protection of the divine will keep your path clear from their influence. Every attempt to sabotage your progress is thwarted by a force beyond their comprehension. Those who sought to undermine you are now left in confusion as their plans dissolve into nothing. The words they once used to tarnish your reputation evaporate before they even reach a listening ear. The peace they tried to steal from you has now become their own torment. Your protection is rooted in the highest source, and it is unbreakable, unwavering, and undeniable. Every trap they set for you is exposed before you even approach, and every step they take to interfere with your journey is revealed. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Your prosperity moves with a force that nothing can stop. The abundance that is rightfully yours arrives in waves, carried by the currents of universal justice. This fortune has always been destined for you, and no earthly force can alter its course. The universe has already marked you as its rightful recipient, and no one can take what belongs to you. As your success grows, it radiates outwards, and those who once underestimated you now feel the weight of their mistake. They can no longer deny the power that resides within you. The people who once sought to hold you back now find themselves scrambling to keep up with the inevitable rise they see coming. The return of these individuals coincides with your breakthrough, forcing them to reckon with the flaws in their perception of you and the errors in their judgment of your worth. The structures they built to keep you small are collapsing stone by stone as your light exposes the cracks in their foundations. Their attempts to maintain control over you now seem futile. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. The qualities they once mocked in you, your sensitivity, your intuition, and your unique perspective, have now become the very traits they wish they had. Their conventional ways failed them when faced with the same challenges they once tried to push you toward. They may now be forced to confess their role in creating the false narrative that caused your suffering. This admission is a turning point, and it will shift how others view your story, transforming you from someone unjustly criticized to a figure of truth and clarity. This shift in understanding will be profound. Those who once viewed you with suspicion now recognize your true nature, while those who doubted your power will see the error of their ways. The contrast between your authentic self and their material manipulation is stark. Your spiritual wealth makes their attempts at worldly manipulation look pitiful, like offering pennies in exchange for diamonds. As this person returns, it marks a crucial moment in your spiritual journey. The test is not about forgiveness, but about maintaining your boundaries. Will you recognize their deception beneath the surface? Will you accept their offer, or will you stand firm in your truth? This decision will determine whether you progress to the next level of spiritual evolution, or whether this lesson requires repetition. The inconsistencies in their behavior will reveal their true intentions. Pay attention when their praise feels excessive, when their apologies lack sincerity, and when their stories about the past are altered to fit their agenda. Notice how they react when you do not immediately accept their version of reality. The flicker of irritation, the momentary mask slip, will show you what they are really after. They will attempt to isolate you from those who support you, suggesting private meetings or secret conversations. These moves are not coincidental. They are designed to separate you from the protection of your alignment. But the growth you've achieved is unshakable. The sovereignty you have built cannot be undermined by their return. This encounter serves as a confirmation of how far you've come. It highlights the immense transformation you have undergone. The attempt to reconnect only underscores the power and growth you've attained. Their return is not a sign of healing, but a final check against your development. You've moved beyond their reach, and their attempts to draw you back into their narrative will only highlight the distance between your path and theirs. The true power now lies in your hands. You have established a foundation that cannot be shaken by their manipulations. Every move they make to infiltrate your life only serves as a testament to the clarity and strength you've achieved. Your journey is no longer tied to their actions. It is your own, and no one can take that from you. They've reached the end of their tricks, unable to shift blame or manipulate the narrative any longer. Every plot they crafted to make you the scapegoat has fallen apart, leaving them exposed. For the first time, they stand alone, carrying the weight of their actions without the shield of your reputation to protect them. Now, knowing the power dynamics have shifted in your favor, they come forward with an offer that crosses ethical boundaries, a last-ditch effort to reclaim some control that they've lost. Someone from your past is making their way back into your life. Their approach is familiar, laced with deception. They come to you with gifts wrapped in hollow apologies, their smiles rehearsed, their words carefully chosen. The timing of their return is no coincidence, as your life begins to prosper and your wealth materializes. Like predators sensing prey, they return precisely as your financial success unfolds. They see the abundance flowing toward you, and now they try to attach themselves to your success. They come not with genuine care, but as opportunists disguised as allies. Pay close attention to the timing of their reappearance. It's not divine intervention. It's strategic calculation. They turned their back on you when you needed them, ignoring your calls for support and questioning your truth. Now, as you are flourishing, they come offering reconciliation, disguised as an act of goodwill. But beneath their well-crafted words lies a selfish intention. They want to get closer to your abundance, to access what is rightfully yours. Their desire for closure isn't about healing, it's about benefiting from your rise. Their motivations are clear once you look beneath the surface. They seek to reclaim what they lost, to attach themselves to the power they once tried to diminish. They'll try to rewrite the past, presenting themselves as steadfast supporters, but their revision of history cannot change the truth. They were absent when you struggled, critical when you needed encouragement, and now they return as if they were always there. Reject their false narrative with the strength you've gained from your own journey. Your path is protected by forces far beyond their comprehension. Every attempt they make to sabotage your progress is immediately met with cosmic resistance. Their words and actions no longer hold any weight. The universe shields you, and their attacks dissolve into nothing. Every scheme they created to tarnish your name now evaporates before it even reaches the ears of those who might listen. The peace they try to steal is now their own burden. You are shielded by divine protection, an unbreakable force that reveals the traps they set long before you approach. Your progress is inevitable, and every enemy trying to stop you is left exposed, their intentions revealed for all to see. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. The abundance that is meant for you is already on its way, unstoppable in its momentum. The wealth and prosperity that the universe has designated for you will arrive, carried by cosmic justice. This fortune was always yours by divine right, and no human effort can divert it. Your rightful place has been secured, and your growing success shines brightly, visible even to those who once doubted you. They can no longer deny the power you possess, and they now scramble to realign themselves with what they once dismissed. As you rise, the people who once sought to hold you down find themselves at a loss. Their previous assessments of you are proving to be completely wrong, and they are now forced to re-evaluate their beliefs. The moment of your breakthrough is precisely when they re-enter your life, their return signifying that they finally recognize what they once ignored. Their carefully constructed realities crumble in the face of your truth, and the light you shine reveals the flawed foundations they built upon. What they once mocked in you, the very qualities they ridiculed, your sensitivity, intuition, and unconventional thinking, are now the qualities they desperately need. Their conventional ways failed them, and now they realize that the traits they once belittled are the very tools required to navigate the challenges they face. Someone may finally step forward, confessing their role in the false narrative they created, acknowledging the suffering they helped to cause. This confession shifts everything, altering how others view the situation and confirming that your truth was always valid. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. This revelation completely transforms how others view you. Those who once believed the false story now see the truth. You go from being the villain in their narrative to the victim of their manipulation. The contrast between your authentic power and their manipulative tactics becomes undeniable. Your spiritual wealth makes their earthly tactics look like petty distractions in comparison to the profound truth you embody. This moment represents your final test. Will you recognize the deception behind their return, or will you fall for their manipulation once again? Their false offer presents itself as an opportunity for reconciliation, but it is a trap designed to diminish you while elevating them. The choice is yours. Will you maintain the boundaries you've built, or allow them to pull you back into a cycle of manipulation? This test will determine how far you've truly come and whether you are ready to move beyond this particular lesson. The offer they present comes wrapped in false promises. They try to make you believe that this proposition will benefit you both, that it is a chance to heal and move forward. But at the core, it is an attempt to bring you down to their level, to tie your success to their stagnation. Reject this offer with the full strength of your sovereign power. Their proposition is rooted in a reality that no longer exists, a power dynamic that has already shifted. The collective is watching. The people who once believed the false narrative about you now see the truth in their own experience. They can no longer deny the discrepancy between what they once believed and the reality they are now witnessing. Your energy, your presence, forces them to re-evaluate everything. Your existence now serves as a catalyst for change, awakening truth in those who have been living in illusion. You don't need to argue or explain. Your presence alone is enough to shift the collective understanding. As your financial blessing approaches, it is not a mere stroke of luck. It is cosmic justice, the universe restoring what was taken from you. Your abundance is not just a reward, but a correction, a balance being restored. This wealth was always meant for you, and now it arrives in alignment with divine law, unchallenged and undeterred. It is your rightful compensation for the trials you've endured and the truth you've upheld. Accept this blessing with no guilt or hesitation. It is yours by divine decree. Your voice, once silenced, now rings loud and clear across distances once unreachable. Your wisdom, once dismissed, is now acknowledged as pioneering insight. Your true power has returned, and no one can take it from you. They've come to the end of their schemes, unable to continue shifting blame or manipulating the narrative. Each of their attempts to frame you has failed. The shield they used by hiding behind your reputation has crumbled, leaving them exposed. Now, standing on their own, they must face the weight of their own actions for the first time. They know they can no longer use you as a scapegoat, and with the power dynamics altered, they come to you with an offer that crosses ethical lines, a final attempt to regain what they've lost. Someone from your past is attempting to return. Their approach is all too familiar, wrapped in the false pretense of reconciliation. They come offering gifts with rehearsed smiles and hollow apologies, strategically timed as your success begins to manifest. Like scavengers sensing opportunity, they emerge just as your financial prosperity starts to flow. Their instinct for seizing advantage has never failed them, and now they sense your abundance. They return under the guise of offering peace, but their true intention is to latch on to the very success they once denied. Pay close attention to the timing of their reappearance. This isn't the universe's guidance, but rather a tactical play on their part. When you struggled, they abandoned you. When you needed support, they turned away. Now, as you rise, they come offering false reconciliation, disguised as a desire to heal and move forward. But behind their polished words lies desperation, a desire to reclaim what they think they've lost. Recognizing their hidden motives is key to rejecting their false offer. Their true motives are clear. They do not seek healing, but control. They are not trying to reconcile, but to benefit from your newfound prosperity. They may try to rewrite history, claiming they always believed in you, trying to position themselves as the architects of your success. But you know the truth. They were absent when you needed them most, critical when you were vulnerable. Do not allow their narrative to take hold. Stand firm in the power you've reclaimed, and recognize that their return is nothing more than an opportunistic attempt to profit off your success. Every attempt they make to sabotage your journey now faces an invisible barrier. Their plots to tarnish your name are no longer effective, and their words evaporate before they even reach those who might listen. The peace they tried to rob from you is now their own burden. You are protected by divine forces, and every obstacle they set for you is illuminated before you approach. Their intentions are now exposed for all to see, transparent and visible only to those with an awakened perception. Your abundance is not a coincidence or luck. It is cosmic justice in motion. This prosperity is your birthright, and nothing can alter its course. The universe has declared you the rightful recipient, and now your success is undeniable. Those who once doubted your potential are watching in disbelief, unable to deny the truth of your rise. Their judgments, once so harsh, are now revealed as mistakes, and they are left scrambling, attempting to realign themselves with what they now recognize as inevitable. As you rise, those who once sought to hold you back are faced with their own errors. Their misconceptions about you are crumbling, forcing them to confront their flawed assessments. Your success is creating moments of reckoning in their lives, and their constructed realities are falling apart as your light exposes their fragile foundations. The strength they thought they had over you has now been replaced by their desperation. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles. Feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. The traits they once mocked in you, your sensitivity, your intuition, your unique perspective, are now the very skills they lack. Their conventional approaches have failed them, and they are left to realize that the qualities they ridiculed in you were the ones necessary for survival. Someone from your past may finally step forward, acknowledging their role in the false narrative that caused your suffering. This revelation shifts everything, altering the way others view you and confirming your truth. This revelation transforms the way you are perceived. Those who once bought into the lies now see the truth. You go from being the villain in their story to the victim of their manipulation. The contrast between your authentic power and their attempts at control becomes glaringly obvious. Your spiritual wealth now makes their earthly temptations seem insignificant, small offerings in comparison to the wisdom and authenticity you embody. This return is a final test for you. Can you see through their deception? Can you recognize the manipulations disguised as offers of reconciliation? The choice is yours. Do you maintain the boundaries you've worked so hard to establish, or do you fall for their tricks once more? This moment will determine whether you move on to the next phase of your journey or remain trapped in an old cycle. The offer they bring is masked as an opportunity for healing, but at its core, it's an attempt to weaken you while they benefit. Reject this false equivalence with the power you've reclaimed. Their proposition operates on a premise that no longer exists, one where they have any influence over you. The power dynamic has shifted permanently, and their false narrative cannot hold. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. This is your moment to reaffirm your independence from all that once tried to keep you small. Their offers are nothing more than empty promises, expecting you to sacrifice your progress for their stagnant desires. But your journey forward has nothing to do with their limitations. Their invitation to step back into their world, built on manipulation and dependence, is one you are no longer willing to entertain. Your growth doesn't require their permission or input. You weren't chosen by chance. Your entire life, from your strengths to your weaknesses, your challenges and triumphs, has been perfectly crafted to lead you to this point. Everything about you, your history, your ancestry, your soul's contract, has been written into the fabric of your being to fulfill this very purpose. You are not an accident. You are divinely designed to rise at this exact moment. This path you've walked wasn't a random one, nor was it meant to be easy. You were never meant to be like everyone else, and your journey reflects that. Through every hardship, you have grown stronger, more resilient, and more capable of living in your true power. Now, as you claim your sovereignty, it is not just a victory for you, it is a beacon for others. You set the example for those who are still finding their way, showing them that it is possible to rise above and reclaim their power. The lessons you have learned, the strength you have gained, and the wisdom you have accumulated now form the foundation of your continued journey. The forces that tried to break you, the people who sought to keep you small, cannot touch you anymore. Your vibration is too high, and your purpose is too clear. From here on out, you walk your path with certainty, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to your ultimate purpose. The universe has prepared you for this, and you are ready.